Alright, what is going on, guys? Spiteful is back again. Oh, oops. Let's go with Bleach. Alright. What is going on, guys? Spiteful is back again, coming at you with a Should You Summon on this new banner. And we're going to get into it, and I'm going to go over all these characters, break them down. We're obviously going to go over the banner first, because this banner is actually very, very good. And let's check out the fillers. I haven't seen it. A lot of people are like, who's in the fillers? How do you think about them? Oh, God. I'm missing Shinji. I'm missing Jushiro. I wouldn't mind dupes of Toshiro. Wouldn't mind dupes of any of these two, and I don't have Rukia, so I'm actually 1, 2, 3. I'm actually 3 for 9 on the for the first time in a long time. This is definitely I don't want to say this is a must summon. These characters are insanely powerful, or at least the banner is. But let's quickly pull these characters up, see exactly how good they are, and we'll see exactly how we want to discuss them, right? Let's get Shinji up, into Toshiro, into Jushi. Okay. Going into Byakuya. Byakuya is probably the best in banner. I'll be real with you. Strong attack recharge 12%. Soul Reaper captain with a Soul Reaper killer. He's the first Soul Reaper killer with... He's the first power Soul Reaper killer with strong attack recharge since Kaien that has a full screen third strong attack. However, unlike Kaien, even though he's a range character, he has melee collision on all of his attacks, Havoc 20%, Berserker 20%, Frenzy, and then on top of that, he does have Devastation 40%, Freeze on all of his attacks, which is pretty cool, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Immune to Poison, and he does have Bruiser 20% along with Sprinter, which is kind of standard. I don't really care about the stats. The stats in and of themselves are already impressive enough. But going into it, as you can see here, matter of fact, I mean, I guess I'll turn this off. Turn off my little dark reader. If I go into my main, okay. Going into the first strong attack is an 870 projectile. This is akin to Power Aizen. For those that are familiar with Power Aizen, Can't Fear Your Own World, Poro. It's just that big, huge beam in front of him. With Havoc, it comes up to 870 as a strong attack. 870 in front of him as a big projectile slash beam. Melee collision, 2% chance to freeze, not counting all the additional hits, of course. And then strong attack 2 is a 960 radius, same as Stark. Can't Fear Your Own World Stark. 1000-Year Blood War Toshiro as well. But like, since he has Havoc, this is actually going to be really, really, really crazy strong. And then, of course, his strong attack 3 is a full screen third strong attack with Havoc 20%, so 1200 radius. This guy's going to be nutty. And on top of that, don't forget that he does have Berserker 20% along with Frenzy, so he's going to be dealing significantly more damage. So even though he's a strong attack recharge link, he still gets the damage as if he had a strong attack damage link. This character's going to be stupid. Like, honestly, this character has potential to be one of the best characters in the game. Well, he's already potential to be best character in the game. It's going to come down to... I think it's going to come down to the activation time for his attacks. I think that's honestly what it's going to come down to. Because this character might actually... Nah, he's not going to do good in PvP. He doesn't have poise. He doesn't have any barrier. So, scratch PvP. PvP is not going to be good for any one of these characters. Rangiku might slay in PvP. Like, let's be real here. You see Rangiku, you either drop dead or you either nut. And then you're pretty much dropping dead anyways, right? So, Rangiku, on the other hand, is a Soul Reaper with no affiliation killer. Strong attack recharge. Even though she has a no affiliation killer, she does sport the new Havoc Berserker Frenzy combo, which is great. Bruiser 20%, Devastation 40%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, weakening on all of her attacks, freeze immunity, and then she does have Sprinter, crazy high stats as well. Normal attack is range, she is a range unit as well. 870 projectile melee collision, so same beam just like Byakuya. Strong attack 2 is a 750 to 1200 projectile. I'm trying to remember who this is. I believe that this is akin to Bond Ichigo. Let me pick up Bond Ichigo real quick. I want to just confirm so I don't give you misinformation. 625 times 1.2, 750. You see that? 750, the 1000 plus 20% does equal 1200. So she's going to have the second strong attack of Bond Ichigo. I don't personally like that. But the fact that she does have Berserker and Frenzy does mean that this is definitely going to kill people, which is good. And then Strong Attack 3 is a 1200 melee collision, full screen, third strong attack. Pretty standard character. I wish that she had a better killer, or I wish that she had two killers, kind of like Mugetsu or a tag team character. No affiliation killer, I feel, is a little underwhelming in this current meta. Hopefully, K-Lab changes that around in the future. And Kaien is probably the biggest disappointment in the banner, not because I think he's bad, but because he was given something, and we'll go into that in a little bit. Tech, strong attack, recharge, Soul Reaper, or Rancor killer, which he already has plenty of competition when it comes down to it. He does have Stark as competition, and then he also has TLA Soifon, who now with Transcendence, most people usually have 1 to 2 copies of TLA Soifon on deck, so she's already going to be hitting significantly harder than him unless you decide to work on his Transcendence, right? He does have the Havoc Berserker Frenzy combo, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Paralysis on all of his attacks, Devastation 40%, Bruiser 20%, Sprinter plus 1, and Paralysis immunity, which is pretty cool. Now he is the melee character, 375 radius on his normal attack string, kind of sucks. 570 strong attack 1. 570 is a standard lunge, I believe it's 475. Yeah, 475 is the standard lunge. Second strong attack is a projectile, 420 radius. Okay, yeah, so this second strong attack is the same as Speed Kisuke or Lisa, or Tech Lisa. And people call it the Shockwave ability. Personally, I think that this move sucks. Simply put, if I bring up Lisa, currently the gameplay for these characters isn't currently out yet. So just bear with me. Lisa. Yeah, so he pretty much has Lisa's second strong attack, and then his strong attack 3 is a 900 to 1080 radius, which is that no, it's not a charge. The 900 to 1080. I forget exactly whose this is. I think that it's okay simply because it's at least beyond a full screen. I'm trying to remember who that belongs to, like that strong attack. Okay. Let's go into her second strong attack. Alright. Yeah, so as you can see here, like even though the radius is okay, like 420 radius, at the very least it gets pushed outwards. The problem with this ability, simply put, is this move splits off into so many attacks to the point where unless you're next to the enemy and you're hitting him with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 14 to 20 projectiles, I don't even know how much it is, you're not going to be dealing much damage. And if you can see here, even in the gameplay, she wasn't even able to deal half of this dude's health. Keep in mind that she does have Killer, she leaves him with Lacerate, but she wasn't able to kill him. She wasn't even able to kill this enemy, like she wasn't able to even deal even significant damage to the bigger enemy that's down there. Like as you can see here, he still has almost all his HP. So this character, in my opinion, is a dub. Like she's trash. Strong attack 1. Like the reason that I say that it's kind of okay for him, simply put, is he has Havoc and he has Berserker 20%. If he didn't have that, I would honestly just be like, this character, not even worth your time, to be honest. Unless you're C. Loliot and you need to have Kaiens. Going into the next character, Spirit Society again, my personal favorite character in all of Bleach Brave Souls. I think he's garbage. I'll be real with you. I love him. I love his aesthetic. He looks cool. He has some uses, but right now healers are very low in demand. He has a Soul Reaper killer, strong attack recharge, and he is the Soul Reaper himself. My issue with him, honestly, is that he's a healer in a land where we don't really need healers. Everything pretty much kills everything in one shot, and if you're doing Inheritance Zone, the only time you're really in danger is when you're getting one shot. In Epic Raids, you're getting one shot. The only time a healer is even remotely useful is if you have like a bomb healer like Unohana with her Soul Bomb, just so that you can get characters back up to full stamina damage boost. And sometimes people are running low stamina damage boost links to begin with, so healing is not even viable in that team comp, right? You also have a strong attack 1, which is sure 1000 radius with range collision, but it doesn't really hit as much as you would like. His strong attack 2, 575 radius, damaging heal, not much range on that, and his strong attack 3 is a full screen radius. My issue with him is simply his strong attack 1 doesn't really deal too much damage. He's a healer in a land where healers aren't necessary. But besides that, he's definitely good. I personally like him for the collection, and if you like pay attention to his art, like I feel like the design on his art just looks so good. I don't know why it didn't work, but whatever. Okay, going into Grimmjow. I feel like he has the same problem as Rangiku, but his bigger issue is he doesn't have that berserker that everybody's getting nowadays. So his no affiliation killer is pretty much useless. Strong attack damage link is kind of nice. Weakening on everything. Long reach 20%, bruiser 20%, devastation 40%, frenzy, debilitator plus 5 seconds for the weakening. Standard lunge, second strong attack is a vortex that pulls you in and explodes. Third strong attack is a full screen standard third strong attack. He does have his uses in Tower of Ordeals, but besides that, I just don't see many uses for him. Give me one second, I gotta clear my throat. Okay, good. Alright, going into Spirit Society of Rukia, Soul Reaper or Rancor Killer, Frenzy, Sprinter, Devastation 40%, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, Burn on everything, which is kind of cool because she's supposed to be an ice character, but she has burn. Okay, I like the flavor on it, okay? Weaken attack on her special, Bruiser 20%, Frenzy. I think she's an overall good character. Her aesthetic's really cool. Range character, 350 radius on her projectile attack, collision base, so this is kind of mediocre. Strong attack 2, radius 425, crawling vortex, that's okay. And 1000 to 675 radius. This is like one of those vacuum explosions type things. Fortunately, it does have a full screen radius to it. The problem with this, the definite problem I can see with this is honestly if you're doing Inheritance Zone or something akin to Inheritance Zone where the bosses don't get affected by vortexes, you won't be able to pull the boss in to deal that last hit of 675 radius, right? Because as you can see here, the total damage goes from 2034 to 407. Actually, that's kind of interesting. I'm not sure. I'll be real with you, I'm not quite sure how this one works. I know that she didn't really make too many waves. Aesthetically, this entire banner from last year was very, very beautiful, for lack of a better word, to see. Going into Shinji, I feel like he's not as good as Hiyori. Damage inflicted at low stamina damage boost 30%, but you have to take a lot of damage to get down there to begin with. A Rancor Killer, Soul Reaper Captain. TLA Soifon does it better. Stark does it better. Tech Kaien might do it better. Unfortunately, he does get the Bruiser 80% that they started giving out back in the day before they started just giving Flurry or Bruiser 100% on everything. Long Reach 20%, Bruiser 80% is very good. Sprinter plus 1, Berserker plus 40%, Devastation 30%. Honestly, Berserker and Devastation are throwaway abilities. Freeze duration and Paralysis duration minus 100%. The immunity to these two is very good for autoing Inheritance Zone or harder content. Laceration on the special, no status elements on any of his attacks besides the special. That's kind of unfortunate. 475 standard lunge, 425 radius, second strong attack, plant vortex, 25 hits. This would be cool if he had like frenzy so that you could have another 50 hit vortex, but I feel like an elongated vortex isn't really necessary on a NAD character, but I think it's pretty good for autoing because you won't have him use this very often, and when he does use it, it stays on the ground for a significant time. And his strong attack 3 is a 675 to 1000 radius, vacuum 5 hits. This is akin to, I believe, White Zangetsu. I think it might be White Zangetsu or somebody else, but let's check this out. White Zangetsu, 675 to 1000. Yeah, White Zangetsu. Okay. Boom, boom. Here we go. Yeah, interesting that the magnification is 20 to 100, whereas White Zangetsu is 60-60. It might be just the way that they made it work, but yeah, I mean that's how the radius works. Okay, so yeah, Shinji, he's okay. I think he's a good character. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's gonna be making too many waves. Toshiro, I think, is actually a very good unit. He does have his flaws, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Soul Reaper Captain with Hollow Killer, damage inflicted at full stamina 25%. I actually really like this link because you can actually put this on NAD characters. Bruiser 20%, Frenzy, Devastation 40%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Star Barrier plus 10, which makes him actually pretty good in PvP. and then Sprinter +1. Now, the Debilitator +5 seconds and Frenzy and Star Barrier actually makes him pretty good in PvP because his activation time for his third strong attack is very good. And then on top of that, he does give a barrier to your allies, and then he gives himself 3 more barriers should he pop off that second strong attack. And his first strong attack is a 725 projectile. Let's see, 725 times 1.2. Yeah, so he has the same strong attack as the Byakuya that we were talking about in the Rangiku. However, he doesn't have Havoc, right? And that's honestly the only real negative on him, is that he doesn't have Havoc, which is kind of sad. Well, I mean, I can't even say that it's sad, because that's just how characters were made back then, right? And then he does have a 1000 radius third strong attack, full screen standard, and the barrier is 575 radius standard. Yeah, like it's funny to say like this is how characters were made back then, when I'm literally talking about not even 8 months ago. Like, it's been like 7 to 8 months since this character was released. Going into Jushiro, I think he's okay. I don't think he's too crazy. Personally, Soul Reaper Captain with Hollow Killer. There's so much competition for Hollow Killers in power that it's not even funny. 1000 Year Blood where Toshiro does it better. Power Aizen does it better. 1000 Year Blood where Nemu does it better. Damage inflicted at full stamina 25%. Good Link, especially if you want to put it on like a Nadisk character, because you don't really want to put a Senkaizen Link on, because you get extra strong attack damage, which isn't necessary, so you might as well get that extra 5% for your Nad. So, the things that are good about him is he does have Frenzy, and he does have Havoc. Havoc. And he does have Medic. And the reason that that's good, in my opinion, is you can make him a strong attack recharge character. And he does have melee collision on everything. He's a range character. 575 radius on his heal. 675 to 1000 radius, akin to White Zangetsu. And strong attack 1 is a 575 projectile. I'm interested to... Did we just... No, we didn't go. 575 times 1.2. 690. I'm not quite sure whose projectile that would be. Like, who I could reference it to. But I think he's an okay character, and he's a pretty good group leader. Dang it, why couldn't Gin have melee collision on his strong attack 1? I feel like he'd be so much better. Yeah, I think that's literally all the characters. So should you summon on this banner? I think that this banner is definitely a must summon. I don't know if I would recommend going too deep into this banner. If you get a banner character, honestly, I would consider going until you get a dupe, or even getting another banner character, or getting a dupe of the banner that you already pulled. That being said, I do believe that Camp for Your Own World is going to be being released in 2 weeks. We are expecting Halibel, Baragon, Shinji, Tokinata, Shuhei, not in one banner, calm yourself, but those are the characters that, in my opinion, have yet to be released, that I think that they will be trying to come out with. We also have characters like Aura, and we also have characters like... I can't even remember his name. But there's one character in the loading screen who's kind of irrelevant to anything but Camp for Your Own World story. So yeah, that's what we have to look forward to. Don't forget, 1000 Year Blood War will most likely be for anniversary at the end of this year, December 31st. For those that don't know, end of the month is always the last day of the month. That's why we call it end of the month. I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all know this, guys. Grind on, catch up, hit me up, stay blessed. I'm personally going to do like maybe... I want to say like 1200 orbs. I will probably buy another 585 pack when the potion packs get reset. And hopefully we get 1. Hopefully we get 2. The one I want the most is definitely going to be Byakuya. I've only pulled like 6 of the however many power characters this year. The only top tier ones I have are Weekend Nell and White Ichigo, if you want to call it that. I don't like... I don't know what else to say. I just want this Byakuya. I feel like I want Rangiku more for the aesthetic, but Byakuya is bae. I'm going to leave it at that. You know, guys, grind on, catch up, stay blessed. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And this video should be dropping right before gameplay drops. So, stay blessed, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.